So Instigators are going to be lime green today. Let's start the first 500 token raffle for this match. We'll have at least 2 more raffles. Could have more if this is a nice close matchup. We'll have to see. So Instigators are going to be lime green today, and the Saviors will be dark purple. Both of these teams are also undefeated. Instigators have just played one match though. They faced the Celestials and won that one pretty easily. So I'm excited to see them play their second match. Saviors are 2-0.
Stay close.
Who did they
I
play?
can't hear you if you stray.
Played the Celestials. That was a pretty good one. And then they faced Saturn, which was a very close one. Saviors, one of the top teams in the division right now. Instigators could be one of the top teams. They just haven't played a lot of matches yet. We'll see if they are really a top team in Division 3 taking on a 2-0 Saviors. Both teams going to be starting off on the Hog. Chicken Boy on the Hog and Cheeseburger on the Hog. Spicy Pies, Instigators, lime green. I love the way the lime green looks with the purple. And it seems like a very instigating color, you know? There's really like no color that fits the Instigators. I usually do dark purple because it's kind of dark, but I mean, that's Savior's color, you know? Saviors on attack. They picked this map, which means that Instigators got to pick the side and Instigators selected defense. Seems very common that teams prefer defense first. First kill of the match is going to go to Fick, taking out Lucio. Purity trying to get this Mercy, but just the peel is too strong. And is just not going to be able to get it done, but they are still in the back line, and that's going to be in the Instigators players' minds as they're trying to play defense, that they know this Tracer is somewhere. The Saviors team is missing their captains of Robin and Deja. Usually Deja is on Doom for this team, but they are not available today, so we're going to be having an emergency sub, Cheeseburger, taking the reins on tank. And it's a little different because this team usually plays dive, so Cheeseburger on the Hog may be a little bit different vibe for them. They're going to come up in the train here, but it seems like Instigators are ready for that as well, as they had the Hog trap ready to go. And we're going to have a Hog battle as the Saviors try and find their way to this point. Vitality going to get a kill onto Gloom. They're just going to use the Pulse Bomb. All they're going to find, though, is a Vix's Immortality Field. Who won the games before this? Eclipse beat Braces 3-1, and Outliers beat Evergreen 2-0. But the Evergreen Outliers match was insanely close. The scoreboard does not do it justice. Both Hogs close to an ultimate here, but there's only about 1:30 on the clock, and the Saviors haven't sniffed the point. They haven't touched it besides maybe the flanking Tracer. Oh, they're gonna hook Chicken Boy though, and they're in real trouble here. They're gonna drop the Hog ult. Nice play there by Cheeseburger to hook in the enemy Hog and blow them up. But really, that's the only pick they've gotten so far. Gloom, though, gonna find another kill. But they're gonna lose their Baptiste to Vix. Gotta be careful. Fick is in the back line, and this is a tough Tracer. It's down to one shot, but Pink finishes them off with a Kunai there. And Saviors will take it. It was looking kind of scary, but a huge play by Cheeseburger to hook in the Hog into the train and ult them. It's all they needed to make some space. So now Saviors have snagged the cart, and they're going to be on their way. Instigators with a very solid first defense. They probably could have held that thing for the whole time if it wasn't for that play in the train. Chicken Boy getting low again. Both Hogs hooking each other back and forth. Nobody going down, but lots of cooldowns being used to keep everybody alive. And lots of ults online. Pulse Bomb is going to catch Gloom. It's going to be a pick for the Instigators. And that'll force back Saviors for now. This hog battle has been fun. They've both just been going at each other. It's always respectable to see both tanks playing the same hero, so you know it's a balanced matchup. No counter swapping going on. I guess we'll see who swaps off first. Chicken Boy tries to get their ult off, but Cheeseburger with a nice shoot, hook, shoot combo. Pink is going to be found by the Tracer in the backline, though. So 4v4 at the moment, but one team has a tank and one doesn't. Vitality also has sights ready to go. They might be getting ready to go with this, especially with Bug on them on the Mercy Pocket. Yep, here it comes. Mercy Pocket Advisor. Gonna drop it right on Savior's head. And it'll get the job done. They're gonna get some backup from their teammates also using some ults as well. Cheeseburger, though, not gonna go down without a fight. Really wants to assert dominance. Man, it's a dirty double kill there. Probably still not gonna be enough, though, for the team fight. Eventually they will get taken down.
Feeling spry.
Payload stopped just before this last checkpoint, looks like. Pulse Bomb ready for both Tracers. We'll see who drops it first. That might have been a crazy play there, but nobody was underneath. A little bit of a Tracer duel in the Savior's backline. Savior's kind of slow moving here, not really jumping in too quickly. They are waiting on Cheeseburger, though, so I guess that makes sense. I didn't see where Cheeseburger died. I'm not sure. Gloom finds Vitality, but gets immediately hooked and traded, and Bug is going to be able to get Vitality right back into this fight with the res. So still the Instigators in the lead. Nice cover there by Cheeseburger. Their BAP was in big trouble. Chicken Boy gonna get a nano, and here comes the nano Hoggle. Are they even gonna be able to touch payload? Overtime ticking down. Pink finds Vitality, but they got a touch. Chicken Boy is like, here, I'll help you touch with the hook there, but not for very long. The tank Cheeseburger still alive and in the area, but not much in the way of support. Just gonna be Purity. Gonna be slept and taken down, and that should be the end of the Savior's attack phase. We're gonna be swapping to the other side with Instigators taking over.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So a respectable first push, especially because it was looking worrying that Saviors might not even get that first point. So to get over halfway to the second objective, pretty solid. We'll see what things look like when Instigators swap over to attack. No tie on this map. I believe we tied on Midtown in Savior's last match. The first time we ever tied in the history of this league. 3 seasons, and it's been the only tie. But impossible to tie this time, which we love to hear. That was like an hour-and-a-half long Division 3 matchup. That was crazy.
Oh, we're in the thick of it now.
Make sure if you haven't entered that raffle, you drop that exclamation mark raffle command in the chat.
Are you sure that gas
There's only a
you
few
inhaled is
raffles
safe?
left. Use those tokens in our Discord for all sorts of things. V-Bucks, Overwatch coins, all that juicy stuff.
5, 4, 3.
Alright, both tanks gonna stick with the hog. I like it.
Defend objective A.
All right, let's move out.
Taking flight.
It's like Fict going to the Echo, which is a character I'm pretty used to them playing. They usually whip out the Echo a lot. I'm surprised to not see it at all on defense, but they're Gonna try and make it work on this attack phase here. And they're gonna be supported by the Mercy, which is a big deal. See how the Saviors try and counter that. Ooh, Gloom almost counters it with a couple shots right there to finish them off. And that'll force them back, but now they're in trouble. You know, Hog just demands so much respect with that hook. That if a Hog has a hook, you just... where you can play is so limited. Cheeseburger gonna take out Chicken Boy on the first attack here. And that will give Saviors some room to breathe on the defense. Echo already with ult. Holy cow, that's quick. We'll see if they just go straight for it. They're gonna copy Ana, anti-ing the enemy Roadhog, but then catches an anti themselves. Cheeseburger once again going to Chicken Boy. And Chicken Boy ready to do some damage with the nano here, but they had to reload. Ooh. Not gonna get probably the value they wanted out of that. The nano reload, probably not what they had in the cards, but still making good progress towards this point, forcing Saviors all the way back. Here comes the ult. Gloom is going to start taking out the Echo. We'll see if the res comes. It will, but in the meantime, so many other players are going to die. But Gloom goes down. They still have the supports and the Echo, but they're still backing up because fighting this without a tank versus Cheeseburger is probably not going to end well.
Valkyrie's charging. Damage intensified.
Frosty snatched by Cheeseburger, somehow able to get out, and Cheeseburger might be in trouble. Ooh, they get a little too greedy. And Chicken Boy gonna finish them off. This is go time for the Instigators. They have 1:30, and it's not gonna get better than this. Boom, gonna finish off big with a headshot. Gertie takes out Vitality. They need to buy time for their tank to come back. Well, actually, they'll just take out the enemy tank, and now they don't have to worry. Frosty duels Gloom, gets the headshot there. Being somehow able to get the res off. And, man, Instigators very solid on this defense, but things are looking kind of brutal right now on the attack. They're really going to have one real team fight to try and take this thing. They do have a tick, so it'll be a little easier. Chicken Boy gets brought in again, but instant karma. Surely they'll get it done here. We'll see if they can do it. I'm gonna invest the Hog ult, and yes, it looks like they'll be all right. Gets close to both teams on capturing the point, but Instigators will get it and add some much needed time to their time bank. Chicken Boy giving Cheeseburger some of their own medicine with the hog hooks.
Outclassed.
Nice shots there. Now Saviors were close to snagging this one, but now they have to try and hold this for 2 minutes. So they're gonna have to win multiple team fights just to stay alive in this map. Bob comes in. Helps finish off Cheeseburger, who's going to be respawning again. And this could be a very short attack if these staggers keep coming out. The pocketed Ash just so difficult right now for Saviors to deal with, especially with Chicken Boy really giving Cheeseburger a hard time. And Saviors are going to have one more chance to try and stop this. They got to go now, though. They got to get out of this area here. That payload just needs to get up the hill. They're going to lose Purity early. Cheeseburger going to be forced to use their ultimate here. Cheeseburger takes out Chicken Boy. That's massive Gloom with a huge headshot. Ankle res Purity. Everything will be all right for the Saviors for now. Vict will give Gloom a parting gift. Well, actually, they're not done. They're going to stay in the area. Ooh, almost gets punished with the hook there. Almost a combo on the Sojourn, but not quite enough. Minute left. Savior's surviving the first minute, but they cannot afford to lose another team fight. And they're going to lose Pink, their Mercy. Can't res that. Vitality, huge opening pick, and they have ult as well. They can try and zone Saviors out. They lose a Vix as well. Purity down. And once they take out the Hog, they are going to take this first map. A close one, though. Saviors will be able to pick the second map as well.
Play of the game.
Honestly, a very close first map. Saviors nearly full-held Instigators on their attack. They could have just as easily won that first map. But they'll have a chance to tie it up as we head to map number 2. Make sure to enter that raffle if you haven't yet, !raffle.
Ready.
And if you're still here, you have a pretty good chance of winning them. Usually around this time when we're nearing the end of our Division 3 gameplay, there's only about like 10 or so people that enter a raffle, so your chances of winning one goes way up.
Don't give them any easy shots, do we?
So if you're looking for tokens, that's your strat, man. Or at least that's what I would recommend. And I love it, both of these teams gonna keep slugging it out on the Hog. I've seen Chicken Boy play some other tanks. I've seen them play some Sigma and Scrims. And Cheeseburger, as we said last time, probably the #1 TikTok Hog in the world, so no surprise here, but it is fun, especially on a map like Ilios. The Saviors are definitely playing in to this Hog gameplay. Pink in trouble, being pressured by the Tracer. Big swapping over to the Lifeweaver. Purity, big shot. Going to get a headshot on Fict, the Tracer, which is going to give some room here for Saviors to start operating. They get a double kill, but they're going to be saying goodbye to Gloom as they are going to go check out the bottom of the well. But Cheeseburger will say, hey, Chicken Boy, Gloom's lonely down there. Why don't you go down there as well? Wouldn't be Ilios without some well kills, and we're going to get one for either side as the Saviors cap first. Imagine being the guy that's got to clean the well, dude. Probably a mess after all these years of Overwatch. Hanzo pick is interesting, and it's going to cause Fict, I think, to go off the Tracer. I don't have confirmed that that's the reason why they're not playing Tracer anymore, but I mean, playing Tracer when a Hanzo can literally just one-shot you and then you're dead is no fun. Gonna get Gloom and also gonna find Purity on the side here, so that's both DPS out of the way. Just trying to do as much damage as possible to the Saviors here. But Pink's gonna get the res off and bring their Hanzo back. It's time for a Blade. Trying to slice up the Mercy. Pink with the dodges, but eventually they will get taken down there. How did a Bix die? Did they fall off the map? I don't think so. It says the Lifeweaver killed himself, but I don't know any ability Lifeweaver has that can kill himself. Ordered some DQ Blizzards. You want one? Yeah. Of course I do. Man, you get DQ a lot. I'm jealous. The closest DQ to my house is like 30 minutes away. Oh, I feel like I have to go on a road trip just to get some ice cream, bro.
I'm really feeling this.
It ain't fair. Chicken Boy gonna use their trap to get a big kill on Pink. A Cheeseburger finds Chicken Boy. But these poor supports have just been harassed by this Genji. Man, I know that all too well. Ooh, it's a nice reflect. I think it reflects the beam. Saviors technically with more percentage, but that lead is about to be taken as Instigators are still in control. Now they're in the lead. 50-50. Let's buy the Wendy's here. See, I got the Wendy's. I got a Wendy's right up the hill. I have a Wendy's in walking distance, but I'd much rather have a DQ. Come on. Savior's got to make it happen here. But they are going up into a loaded Instigators team with ults on deck. And they will definitely put those ults to good use. They only use one, actually. Never mind. I take it back. Just the blade is enough to send them away. And now I'm worried if Saviors can even touch. Radiv gonna try and use that Cassidy ult to force them away, and they're not gonna touch. It's gonna go to the next control point. Instigators in the driver's seat, one control point away from continuing their undefeated season.
1-0. Ready for battle.
They built a Chick-fil-A nearby. People were so happy. That's funny. That just happened to where my friend lives too. I don't know why they don't just build like a, you know how there's like a Subway on every corner? I feel like that should be Chick-fil-A, dude. Chick-fil-A is way more popular. It doesn't matter how many Chick-fil-A's they add, they're always busy. Like, why do we need a Subway on every block, dude? I have bread and meat at home, dude. Come on. All right, Saviors are getting in the danger zone here of their season. See, how did that happen? How is that happening? How is the Life Weaver killing himself? That happened again. What is happening?
What's up?
How does the Life Weaver kill himself? Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, I guess, but it's like confusing me. Instigators doing well so far. Get this first point, and they just keep putting on pressure to keep Saviors at bay. Blows up Avix. This Ashe swap has seemed to be like a big deal. Whenever Fick's been playing Ashe, it's been so hard for Saviors to deal with, but this time they will deal with it. Bug, you can tell, is looking for this res, and they're gonna get it off. That's the worst, man, when you're playing against a good DPS that has a Mercy, and you finally killed the DPS just for them to be res. It makes me so mad. Poor Saviors. But a good play by Instigators. Pink jumping straight onto the Ashe and gonna land a couple headshots there. Are they gonna res it again? Oh, it's not online. They're not gonna be able to have it. Brud gonna try and tie things up. I'm gonna find Brud. So 3v3 at the moment, it looks like. Chicken Boy in trouble. Is gonna be able to escape. Oh, not for long. Gonna catch a headshot in the back. Cheeseburger stops Bob just short of the point, which is a big play so that they can cap here. Here comes Bug, though, gonna get this res. And it's gonna put Chicken Boy right in the middle of this fight once again. Finding Bruv in the back. But the Ashe is in an insane position right now and just laying down damage. Bloom trying to meet the Ashe up top, but it's so hard for them to get up there without the same movement abilities. I need to remember that one as an Ashe player. That's gotta be a big position to hold on this map. And Saviors with one chance here to save their undefeated season. Otherwise, Instigators are going to be the ones going 2-0. Cheeseburger will be able to touch, but Frosty's going crazy with the Kiriko wall. They'll finish off the ball, they'll finish off the map, and they'll finish off the match. Instigators moving their season to 2-0, and Saviors moving to 2-1. So just like that, Instigators will be tying Misfits as division leaders 2-0. Be putting an end to our triple header there. 2 teams would remain undefeated today, and it looks like those teams will be Instigators and Outliers.